Damn, dude. Man, this dude almost hit me, man. Golly, man. Okay guys, good morning, good morning. It's Thursday morning. It is 7:45. Zach got here about 7:15. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And Zach is already gone. He's probably he's probably almost at the first one now. So he is, him and Katie are back out here again today. We didn't get done yesterday, and like most of you guys know, I don't pay by the hour. I pay by the job. So we went on and cut our losses yesterday. Because if we had got done with that job yesterday, I wouldn't need Katie out here today. So, instead of them getting the 130 yesterday, we cut it a little bit short and they got 100, and then they're gonna get another 100 today. So we'll have, instead of making one long day, we'll have 2 short days with more money. So, and more, hopefully more work get done. You know, yesterday we did not do good. I mean, I'm just gonna be plain and simple about it. We did not excel yesterday like we could have. A lot of that is attributed to the heat. So, and Zach recognized that too when I was talking to him this morning. Yesterday afternoon, even though I said I probably wasn't going to do it, I went on and took that debris and dumped it. Went back to the mulch yard, got another 1.5 yards of mulch, took it over there and dumped it. I dumped it in 2 places on tarps. So I usually don't like to do that, but it's only 1.5 yards. It's not that much. It's certainly not worthy of having to drag the dump trailer out here today or leave the dump trailer at the site or whatever. I didn't want to do all that. So if I hadn't done all that, then Zach starting early wouldn't have mattered because there wouldn't have been no mulch over there. But when I was over there looking at the job yesterday, you know, after I came home, ate lunch, and got the mulch and went back over there, I'm walking around the job, and there's still a pretty good bit to do over there. There's a lot of, it's just not neat looking. So, it doesn't, I mean, it's going to have to be neater than that. Yeah, it's going to have to be. You know, they were saying something about, well, there's poison ivy. Well, I mean, the poison ivy's got to come out. You got to pull it out. I mean, I don't know what to say. You know, that's a part of it, you know. That Virginia creeper or whatever all that stuff is, all them sticky briar bushes and all that stuff, all that sticky briar weeds and stuff, all that stuff's got to come out. But I'm learning a few things that I'm going to start doing on these jobs like this moving forward. Because there's so many things like those corner holly bushes. You know, I was looking at the neighbors, you know, and I'm like, man, we need to just cut the whole bottom of that holly bush off and pick the canopy up a little bit, at least, you know, 3 foot from the ground. But we didn't do that, and not that the customer said do it or not do it. If they don't tell me to do it, moving forward on these big holly bushes, I'm gonna make them look like trees, because it's just so much. They're ugly at the end of the day if they're not manicured just right. And the previous owner, he never had us cut the bushes. I think in the 7 or 8 years that I've been doing that property on the lawn, I think he's paid me 1 time to do the bushes. 1 time. So, you know, those bushes have never been cut. By me anyway. I think he got out there, him and his wife might have got out of there. But when the new owners bought the place, well, things have changed a little bit. So, They don't mind spending. That's their second house, y'all. Could you imagine having a house like that as your second house? It's not your full-time residence. That's just your house that you have when you're in Georgia. Go figure. I hate to see what the main house looks like, right? Hell to the no. But I'll be the first to say, yesterday we underachieved. I'm the first to say when we overachieved, but yesterday we underachieved. And I'm not blaming anybody or anything like that. I'm just saying that I'm just saying that we underachieved, and a lot of it had to do with how hot it was. That's kind of where we're at, you know. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all, it looked so bad yesterday. You know, when I went back over there, my thinking and just where it's at and everything, that it looks like it just looks like a rushed job, and it shouldn't look like that. It should look like a, you know, I didn't even want to take a video of the beds, man. It looked so bad. Even where the mulch is already in the bed at. The beds have got to be cleaned out better before you put mulch. You can't just, you know, throw the mulch on top of everything. You know, you got to clean out some of it. So, you know, it's just, we're going to have to do better. At the end of the day, that's where we're at. We got to do better. Like I was saying, y'all, we are going to salvage this week. Today and tomorrow. And you know, yesterday we didn't rise up like we needed to. Nobody's fault. That's just how it was. And that's okay. You know, we got to overcome what we didn't do yesterday, and then we got to overcome what I got to go to the dentist today, and we had to overcome being a holiday on Monday. See, all these little things can really overwhelm you if you don't, you know, stay that way, man. Got to be moving forward. So can't get too wrapped up in what you didn't do. I can cry about it on YouTube, but the logistics of everything is still what it is, right? So now today, obviously the goal is for me to do these two, and for them to do the mulch job and get that yard ready to mow. Because I don't want them mowing that yard unless I'm there. I'm going to text Zach and tell him. Because you can't mow that yard like you might think you can. Because that backyard is very tricky. And the deck has got to be way up on the backyard, on that yard we're doing the mulch on. So I just got off the phone with that owner over there, and I had sent him some little video clips, you know, off my phone and text messages yesterday, and he saw what I was talking about as far as the debris removal. And he's telling me that when he said the 1,500, that was just kind of like an overall guess in his head about 1,500. But he understood that if it was a little more than that, you know, there was a lot of unknowns. So I told him that I'm probably going to come in at around 1,900, and he was fine with that. So that makes me feel a little bit better. Well, that makes me feel a whole lot better. That's the difference right there. All right, I'm pulling up this first one now. I got it. Okay, y'all, so I got done with that one. The owner came out and talked to me for a minute. So I'm not doing quite as good on time as I need to be. But it's all good. I'm headed to the second one. For me, no calls from Zach and Katie, so that's good. Because I'm pressed now, a little bit more pressed than what I was. But y'all seen this one 100 times, man. I mean, I've been doing it for a long time. And they don't like to spend any money on anything extra. All they want to do is cut the grass for the 60. So I weed eat, mow and blow, and that's it. So it's only lucrative if you do it regular. These $60 lawns and stuff, if you don't do them regular, it ain't lucrative enough, because you can't be fast enough. You got to be, like, I should only be here about 25 or 30 minutes at the most. So yeah. Okay, y'all. So I got done with that one. Before I started that one, I got a call from one of my customers, and I don't know how everybody else does it, but I got a call from a customer that fired me. Well, I mean, she fired me. You know, she texted me. This has been, and y'all know the property, y'all been over there before. It's a bunch of Bermuda grass in the front yard. Maybe if I'll put a picture of it up, if I can see it. But she's asking me to come back and do the property. The other guy, apparently, she fired me, and I knew it was about money, because she just don't value, you know, what it takes to do this kind of work. So, you know, if you got a customer that don't value that, then it's just a matter of time before they do value that, because what they end up doing is they quit you over, you know, $5 or $10, and then they end up calling you back, and then it puts you in the driver's seat then. So she called me back and wanted me to come back. You know, she called me, wanted me to start doing the yard again, see if I could get it back on the list. And I told her no, man. She said, "Oh, really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I pretty much just told her that, you know, I develop relationships out here. I don't, you know, like customers to fire me over $5 or $10. You know, I knew that she was going to have a problem getting somebody to cut that grass any cheaper than me, and do any kind of a quality job, because you got to have big mowers to do that. I think that she was thinking that, you know, she was going to be able to get cheaper, because I went up on the number. Well, we was at $70, and that was cheap, and she didn't want to pay the $70, and that was all of last year. And so I bumped it up, you know, to $80 this year, and in the beginning of the season, and, you know, and we went over there and did it one time. You know, I should have known that she wasn't gonna honor the, you know, the increase. So me and Zach did it, and I did a video, and I was telling you guys it needs scalping and this and that, and it's just, I was telling her it needs all this, and she didn't want to spend any more money, and she didn't want to spend the freaking $80, right? So now she's calling me back, because the $60 guy ain't working out. He ain't showing up. He ain't, you know, striping it. He ain't weed eating everywhere he's supposed to. He's coming whenever he gets ready. He's not on a schedule, you know. And that's what you're going to get, you know, when you got when you're trying to get things done cheap. The cheap don't exist out here. Ain't no cheap. Not, and it be long term for me. I did it all last year, and I felt like I was doing the cheap. And then this year I went up. I knew I was going to go up on that one, you know, even before the gas prices shot up. But there is some, I gotta say, y'all, there is some little bit of part of me that is some satisfaction that it didn't work out by her firing me and hiring somebody else. The only way I think that somebody was going to be able to do it any cheaper than me is if they're in that neighborhood, you know, doing 4 or 5 more. So, but they're all big yards over there. I'll put a picture of the yard up. So I told her, no, man, I didn't have time. I wasn't interested, you know. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey man, I think we're gonna need more mulch over here. I know.
How much?
I don't know. What'd you get last time? Because I'll probably do it.
Well, the only thing I can do is put it on the lawn trailer, man. We'll have to get it on the lawn trailer.
If you could do that, that's fine. I know it's a stickler, but
well, y'all the ones got to get it off the lawn trailer, so
I don't mind, dude. We'll do what we gotta do to get it off.
All right, man. So y'all need to go on and do Jacqueline's. You know, cut weed eat and cut the backyard over there.
Not too bad.
Where do y'all need the mulch at?
Really the same spot on the driveway where you had it.
I mean, but where at in the beds?
Well, I spread what was underneath the hollies, but there's still a little bit underneath the hollies, so they're also underneath the window.
So you didn't put it all in one spot. You got two spots, right?
Yeah,
damn, dude, that's
left.
just not smart work, man. That's just not smart, man.
It is, because I spread what was underneath the hollies. It still wasn't enough underneath the hollies.
Yeah, but if you could have moved some of that other over to the hollies and be done with one section. Now you got to do both sections. We can't clean up behind all that. We got to wait until you're all the way done. I'm just, you know, I dumped it over there. It's just kind of because I figured, you know, I knew it might not be enough. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
But I just figured that, you know, that y'all would do one section and then do the other section. So you didn't have enough to finish either section.
No, but we're really close on both sections. I mean, if you got just like one scoop, it'd be good.
Yeah, okay.
Really.
So it didn't make any sense for them to do one piece and then now they got two sections that we can't clean up behind. It didn't, I mean, that just doesn't make sense to me. What makes sense to me is working your way over. They're all over the place over here. There's no order, you know? When you do mulch, man, you want to flow and do it in order. That's one of the reasons why we don't have enough mulch, because it's hard to judge how much mulch you need or whatever. You know, when you got this spot, that spot, that spot, this spot, blah, blah, blah. And so now I'm going to have to get mulch on this on my lawn trailer. And that's just ugly, man. Fuck, dude. This job's turned into a freaking nightmare. That's why I don't like doing mulch, man. It's bullshit. It's just a bunch of bullshit, man. But see, I got the lawnmower on here. I guess what I'm gonna have to do, I'd rather have the mulch on the tail end of the trailer, you know. It's just gonna be, it's a lot more work, man. A lot more work. This ain't, I hate doing mulch, man. I hate that crap, dude. It just ain't good, man. It sucks. And you guys are right, man. I should have been at 2,500 on this job, because it's gonna. I'm gonna end up making, you know, I'll make money on it, but I ain't making nothing like what I thought, man. Nothing. And see, it's gonna hold me up. When I get back, first thing they're gonna have to do is get all the mulch off the trailer. See, it's really holding us up, man. And they're not, and they're not done. They're not even got it to a point of where, okay, it's this much, it's over here, it's over there. You can't clean up like that. Fuck, man. Ah! Crazy, dude. Crazy. I hate being so freaking unorganized, man. Never even put mulch on this trailer, man. I need fuel. Damn it. Okay, I'm just gonna take a deep breath, take a sip of water, and yeah. I should have just went on and got 3 yesterday. I can't be mad at nobody but my damn self. Stupid shit, man. We're gonna be at about 11 yards of mulch over there, when I'm thinking it was only gonna be 7 or so. 4 full yards off. Shit, it's gonna take him 25 minutes to damn unload that. I ain't gonna wait. I gotta go get fuel, man. Be going up here. I mean, dude, I know he's not gonna go up there and unload that truck before he comes down here. I'll be here another freaking hour. So y'all see the beds, they're looking pretty good. They're still working on them. This edge, they're going to redo the whole edge. So we just didn't have time to do that. He wanted to go on and do the mulch, and then he would do the edge this fall. So this is just a quick little clip I got before I had to leave. They're wrapping it up now. So everything looks pretty good. We're going to run edge all the way down through there. So, yeah, man. They certainly don't look nothing like Randall's beds from Elite. And they doing big time mulch jobs. This is only 10-yarder, man. Not for me. All right, y'all. So by now y'all done saw the mulch over there. Yeah. Ain't no money in that mulch, not for me. You know, I'd have to do a lot more of that if I'm gonna make money at it. You gotta get some processes down. Well, that's a good thing though, that mower's ready, so. This mulch job right here, this will be the last mulch job I do for a while. It just ain't, there ain't no money in that shit, man. It could have been easy. If I hadn't came over here today, we'd have been over here a whole another day. It was looking bad, man. I mean, and it ain't nearly as nice as the ones we usually do. That's because we have so many bushes to trim. The bushes were so far out that, yeah. Okay, y'all, so they got the mower ready, $400 something, man. It's an O2 sensor is what they said, you know, $55 I think they said.